ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 74th Hunger Games. Sorry, that was from another story, but welcome to the city of Kyiv, to the National Technical University of Ukraine, as we are about to start opening ceremony of the 10th Summer School Achievements and Applications of Contemporary Informatics, Mathematics and Physics. Thanks for being here with us. We are about to start. Actually, I would say that we are already kicking off. Actually, we are celebrating, as I mentioned, we're celebrating 10th birthday today, and it's my personal little anniversary today as well. This is my 5th summer school in a row, and I'm really glad to be here. This is my five years being involved in the project. I hope that you will like and enjoy the 10th anniversary of our school. As I said, we are the National Technical University of Ukraine, one of the biggest universities in the country. I wouldn't be afraid of saying this in front of our guests from other universities. This is actually true. There are 40,000 people here, around 30,000 students and 8,000 teaching staff. It's also quite old university. It's been founded more than a century ago. And as for words of welcoming, I would like to introduce first Vice Rector of the National Technical University of Ukraine, Yuri Yakimenko.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am glad to welcome all here at the Scientific Council Hall of National Technical University of Ukraine, KPI. Through the years, KPI has been known as one of the main academic and research centers responsible for industrial development of Ukraine, as well as the world-level high technical school. So the university annually participates in and organizes a number of conferences, fairs, workshops, summer school to strengthen its leadership on the national market and become a stronger player in the world market. The nationwide level competition, International Science Engineering Fair and Techno-Ukraine, International Open Student Olympiad of Programming, named after Lebedev and Glushkov, KPI Open, and our summer school, Achievement and Application of Contemporary Informatics, Mathematics and Physics, are the most prominent events organized by KPI. We are pleased to claim that our summer school is getting more and more recognized in the modern world. For the past 10 years, more than 1,000 of students, scientists, and professionals have participated in the project, which has improved significantly since 2006. I am delighted to state that the participants of the first our school have already obtained a PhD degree and are now back to us as young lecturers. Moreover, we are honored to welcome the lecturers of our school who have been contributing into the project for several years already and have come here in spite of their busy schedule. In my opinion, the reason of such an achievement is the exceptional atmosphere created by the local organizing committee as well as the participants. The interdisciplinarity of the summer school program is another reason for that. The modern world daily gives birth to new research projects or investigation, and most of them are interdisciplinary. Events like a summer school give an opportunity to youth and the professional to implement their fundamental base for the new achievement and develop in the contemporary scientific industrial world. There was saying that this year the educational program will be much more practice-oriented than ever. In closing, I wish to express my gratitude to all the sponsors and partners. Your support is very important for us for education development. I wish the participants very fruitful and productive 2 weeks. So I'm honored to declare the 10th anniversary Summer School Achievement and Application of Contemporary Mathematics, Informatics, and Physics open. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Yakimenko. I should recognize all the help and constant support that we got from KPI administration and Professor Yakimenko. It's quite hard to organize such an event in our time, and we get constant support. And thanks for KPI administration. We keep going, and we actually develop and increase our capacities. Thank you very much. Yeah, please, your applause. It is actually quite hard to imagine how much effort it takes to organize such a complicated and huge event as summer school. But I know one person that knows exactly how much effort it takes. I would like you to welcome the head of the Student Science Association, which can be blamed for organizing this event. Oksana Dzuba, please, welcome.
Good morning, dear friends. It gives me great pleasure to extend you all a very warm welcome on behalf of the Student Science Association, and to say how grateful we are, all of you, which have accepted our invitations to the opening ceremony of our summer school here in great academic hall of Kyiv Polytechnic Institute. I'm honored to head Student Science Association of Kyiv Polytechnic Institute and to represent our organization here. Our organization unites an active young people in aspiration to enrich generation of students with opportunities to succeed in both academic and practical aspects of science during more than 16 years. And for us, our summer school achievements and applications of contemporary informatics, mathematics, and physics is an absolutely unique project. It's made by young people with passionate attitude to science. And these people know for sure that science isn't boring. And the summer school is undoubtedly the major project of Student Science Association. And this project unites our alumni and our new team member inside, and such a combination of experience and new ideas gives the best result, as we think. And we believe that prosperity of our community is in this combination. And it is a big pleasure to see that the summer school helps young scientists and students from Ukraine and from all over the world to open new aspects of science and to find their own ways. And from year to year, It is the biggest motivation for work on the every next summer 2 weeks here in KPI, and we hope that you will join this time. And let me once again welcome you very warmly, and let's all together make our anniversary summer school achievements and applications of contemporary informatics, mathematics, and physics a big success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Oksana, for exciting talk. As Oksana said, and I would like to repeat this again, the full name of the project is Achievements and Applications of Contemporary Informatics, Mathematics, and Physics, but that wasn't my idea. It was one of his ideas. And thus I would like to welcome here, well, I would even say the inspirator and father of the summer school, Alexey Pasichny. Please.
Okay, hello everybody. So actually, to be honest, I'm maybe one of those who survived through 10 years, not the father. And that's why, I was one of the only that are still here that was able to talk something. They said, okay, come and talk about the history of summer school. So a long time ago, when the trees were small and sky was blue and grass was greener, we made a summer school. And the idea behind it was that we wanted to bring in to Ukraine, to KPI, some alternative view on the study process, some new topics in the scientific fields, and also to help our friends and colleagues to build networks and find new friends. And that was very idealistic view on this thing, and as I don't really want to talk about history. I know it's boring. I like to talk about what we are going to do further. So if talking about how it went, it had some evolution. So we started with a mass of courses on very different topics. So it was from astrophysics to the history of science, from sociology to quantum mechanics. And now you see these topics in streams, and of course they are still sometimes a mess, but still it was a big development through the program for the last 10 years. And we keep on experimenting. So we don't treat summer school as something very fixed. We think that as long as we move to the mode, we want to repeat the summer school each year the same as it was before, then we should close it. So our attitude to this project is actually that we should think what else can be improved in it. And we are all in a kind of experiment, so welcome on board. And this year, it's one of the major changes through the last 10 years. So from year to year, we started to introduce more practical things because we realized that, okay, at first summer school, the students listened for us for 2 weeks, like for our professors, not for us, and we didn't know if they got anything from it or not. They said in the questionnaire, yeah, it was very useful, but who knows, was it useful or not? So we started to introduce some feedback things, and from the basic of pedagogy, you need to have some assessment, you need to have some practical assignments. And also we developed our work with community, with the external partners, both from academia and non-academia. And we started to try to take some small problems from them and propose them to students. So that is a contemporary approach that we want to bring in here. So this year you will have in each stream, we will have projects. Moreover, we welcome these projects have multidisciplinary teams when students from different streams come and work together on some problem. And we hope that it would be more fun and more also use in means of learning process. So what else I wanted to mention is that for us, summer school it was also a matter of excellence. So we were really lucky that we managed to bring in very prominent people from different scientific fields, very interesting professors, very interesting scientists, and we thank everybody who supported our project through all these 10 years. And with that, I come to the main part. I think the main difference, if talking about what was 10 years ago and now, I think it's a community. So I see here a lot of people. Some of you are really brand new, some are really brand old, but it doesn't matter. We have this idea of development. We want to dig in science. We want to improve our education. And I hope that it would be all very go your processors. And good luck to everybody. Thanks.
Thank you, Alexei. Thank you, Oksana. It's actually quite hard to imagine our project without you guys. But I know other people in the organization without which we would not exist so far, and these are our sponsors and partners. So this is a time to introduce our partners of the summer school, and I would like to start with educational partners. And I would like to say thank you, University of Tartu, for letting me go here, together with my colleague, Konstantin Tretyakov, who will be giving an introductory course to machine learning tomorrow, to both applied computer science and neuroscience. And then I would say that thanks to EURA and IFORS, Operational Research Societies, we managed to cover some of our lectures expenses, traveling expenses, and we also got amazing informational support from them. Thank you very much. And Fields University, thanks to which we have Canadian students here, I hope. Do we have Canadians here? Can you raise your hands? Anyone? Oh yeah, well, yeah, thank you, Seryoja, for saving me. Right, but we do have Canadian students, definitely. Thank you, IBM, for our amazing plenary lecturer, Alexander Romanko, who will introduce a little bit later. Amazing, I just say Alexander Romanko and that's it, yeah? I can just stop here, right? A special thanks from 3D printing stream comes to Materialize for giving us software solutions and lectures. 3dprinter.org.ua for letting us print on their printers and getting us the material for printing. Additive team for actually giving us a lot of great lectures, and Monofilament for the materials for printing. And also would like to thank Computer Science, UCU, and Art KB for being our sponsors this year. And yeah, the last but not the least definitely is the Go East summer program that we are part of already 3 years. This allows us to, they give scholarships to German students to come to summer school. If there are any Germans here, German students Zhenya, thank you very much. You got it from Sergey. Thanks, but thank you guys. Glad to see you in Kyiv. Hope you get a great time. And special thanks for Siemens for their support. And we have a special guest here from Siemens company. Irina, please welcome on stage. Floor is yours.
Dear friends, I'm very honored to be here today, and on behalf of Siemens Ukraine, I want to welcome each and every one of you here, especially this year, because it was very hard for all of us, and I understand how much effort and how much obstacles the organizing committee faced this year, in terms of organizational and of financial support. Siemens indeed is one of the oldest sponsors of this event. Yesterday I was told that we've been supporting this event since 2006. And all these years, we had an opportunity to see how this event matured and how this event became greater, more practical-oriented, and even the fact that it survived, I believe, 3 CEOs of our company, it means a lot. It means that it wasn't the idea of just one person, but it's our company that sees the great value in this event. And I would like to say a couple of words why we support this event. For us, the support of science and technical knowledge is one of the core priorities. We understand that these kind of events build the best professionals who develop the economy, which makes our life easier in this country, and it prepares the best professionals who drive our company. And the best way to support science and technical knowledge is to create the platform where young and enthusiastic people have an opportunity to communicate and to make it open to the world. I mean, to give young students like you an opportunity to communicate with your international peers, to share your expertise and to gain knowledge from your colleagues from abroad. And we are very glad that Siemens can make our small contribution to this. And having this opportunity to advertise, I would like to advertise our speaker. Actually, we are sharing the best speaker of our company we have. This is the head of our mobility department, who will have the lecture on August 14th. And please do not miss it, because it's really our best speaker and our best professional. And he will speak about the futuristic technologies which can be implemented in our cities right now. So thank you for your attention, and I wish you a wonderful summer school this year.
Thank you very much. Exciting talk. I didn't know about CEOs. Quite interesting. Yeah, and as I said, we celebrate 10th birthday today, actually today. And each and every single year, there was this man that was standing by our summer school, and we are so glad to have him every year. This was the first European professor to recognize our summer school and to come all the years after. Please, this is my greatest honor and our deepest gratitude. Please, Professor Weber, come to stage. Professor Gerhard Wilhelm Weber.
Thank you very much. It's very kind. So that's very kind of you, Dima. I come here every year and I receive such big respect, which I wonder whether I deserved any percentage of it. So actually, I'm very happy to be here. Many of you know, often I start, when I give a talk, my few first words by telling, hello, dear friends, and my best friends, as we say in my country. And I was wondering, when Dima asked, who is here a German student? I was wondering, should I show up because I'm a German? But on the other hand side, thank you. On the other hand side, I'm also from Turkey. So I'm actually a Turkish student. But in a sense, I'm maybe a student in the Ukraine. That's maybe what I became after 10 years. And it was maybe not 10 years, but about, let's say, 12, 13 years ago, that Professor Alexander Makarenko, we met at conferences in Liège, in Belgium. I don't know whether we have Belgian friends here. And we became close friends. And he asked me one time whether I would, basically in the name of Kate and Alexis, participate here. And I was very pleased who could become a guy like me, who don't think so high about myself, be a contributor to such an event. And it started in very humble terms, let's say. The catering was very different, but one of the key properties from the very first moment was sincerity. I think there was the real desire to do things from the heart and to do things with the willingness to always improve. And I think that we will today and in the next days witness that this conference series, it's actually a conference series, is characterized by excellence not only in academics and in practice, of course, but it's also characterized by excellence in organizing things in a fantastic manner and in emotional, empathetic intelligence. I think we can, my knowledge is very limited. I'm often asked, what is your specialty? I say, I'm interested in many things, but my knowledge is very limited. So what we are studying and exchanging, it could be a different issue. But I think we are trying to meet in respect ability. It's a nation which is not only the Ukraine, but also the Ukraine. It's our nation of people who believe in a better tomorrow, in a chance to see the fruits of respect paying off. Respect, after all the years, became one of the key words, in my opinion, that need. So let me thank very much to all of you. I prepared a few slides. Actually, my teaching duty is very limited this time, so I can relax a little bit. But I was placed, and I'm happy to be, in smart cities, OR, energy, and urbanistics. I just used the chance to tell you a little about just some picture book. You know, now we call it Facebook, but it's the old story of the picture book. Please let me show you some little pictures. So you see, we are here at Euro conferences. Dima, you can just go on one by one. Euro and IFOS conferences. Euro and IFOS are European societies, and IFOS is the one, stop please, is the one that relates to the international community. By the way, we have the next IFOS meeting in Quebec, so I made advertisement towards our new Canadian friends. German. Some of you, the German young professors. My surname Weber means weaver in English. So it's a guy, maybe a networker, who prepares nets, tissues, who is weaving. And I believe that what we perceive as life is 50% as things are, and 50% as we perceive them. Our wishful thinking, our belief that there is something behind, which carries us to a good tomorrow. And the reality of the summer school is not just that we meet here, but we build a good smell about a whole nation. We build a good smell about what friendship means. And I think this is a shining country. And it's shining particularly because of you and your relatives. That is what we try to make visible, for example, by many reports. My CV is very long because of many small reports we wrote. So it's in a sense woven, Viva, my surname, it's woven in a sense into the conscience of the world family of well-minded and educated people. And small reports in IFOS News or R News, it's a German one, is an example for this. Would you please continue, Dima? We have also to bring, I'm a mathematician, studied a few other things, but basically mathematics. And I'm mostly involved in operational research and its international family. Idea is, how can we improve? We can improve by togetherness, by working together. And when we met here first and met Professor Ruben and other friends, I'm very happy that Ruben and Erik Ropert, I will tell a word on him also, accepted to have a special issue in a decent journal, Annals of Operations Research, in order to bring together those two, among others, streams of the past, operational research and neurosciences. And so that's what I tried to tell you. By one word on Erik Ropert, he's a classical comer, and he loves you all. So please don't forget, Erik Ropert, I think some of you know his face and maybe spoke to him or listened to his talks. He's very careful. He's more German than me. Fantastically, carefully organized talks. But because of a health problem, he could not come. But he conveys to all of you his love and hopes to be with you in maybe 1 year of time. Okay, and we also went on. And last night I was picked up by two wonderful ladies. And one of them, Xenia, the advisor of Anastasia. So we also try to show capabilities in operational research and ethics. So to be practical has always the ethical side, that we are not letting things drive and beat each other by impact factors or by numbers, but we try to pay attention to the quality issue. As was being said by Alexis also, quality is important, and ethics is just one of these words that comes to our mind. Dima? So my teaching is very limited, 4 hours. I will try to stress a couple of topics that are being mentioned here. Dima? And of course we love you all, we love Kyiv, and we believe that we can have a good future. Maybe I'm one of the oldest here, and my years are a little bit off-numbered, but I believe that every year that will come, maybe my health will not permit to come so often in future, but there are good years to come for our nations, for our dear ones, our close ones, our farthest ones also. So let's look forward. Happy birthday, Mr. President. So the famous song, happy birthday, Mr. President. But happy birthday to all of you. And let's have a fantastic conference season in one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Thank you very much. God bless all of you.
Thank you, Willy. Thank you very much. I will walk a bit here, just to make sure that your eye's still moving and your head's watching me too, because it's a nice time to wake up and keep your eyes wide open as we start talking about our streams of this summer school. And I would like to start with the stream Applied Computer Science. As I have to call, first of all, I have to call a person who is involved in programming management, and then the lecturer of the stream. And the first one to call for the Applied Computer Science would be probably me, as I am a part of the programming management committee of the Applied Computer Science, and there are a few words from me as a programming manager. I would like to say that the focus of this year's stream is data science. And why data science? There have never been a question for me personally, because I'm getting more and more involved into data science. And it's not just because of that. It's also because data science is getting more and more popular and more important in nowadays in the modern world. As you know, probably that all the devices that you carry and all the devices that you use in your everyday lives, they produce vast amounts of data that can be analyzed. But what is more important is that this data can be interpreted. And you can imagine all sorts of things like predicting earthquake locations based on the new Twitter newsfeed, or self-driving cars, or giving you a special treatment in the hospital based on your genome records. These all things are already possible. These all things are already that are in the process of implementing. But new challenges that are ahead, and that we will be discussing during this couple of weeks. And I hope that for every one of you, this summer school will bring future from future to today, and you will start to learn future today at the summer school. Thank you very much. And I would also would like to thank to my that wasn't my effort. That wasn't my single effort. I had a great colleague here. He is Alexei Molchanovsky. You will see this guy in a couple of minutes. He's already popular. I just want to make sure that he's also mentioned here. I would like to say that thank you, Alexei, for being here, being there with me when I was nearly desperate, and being there when I was nearly panicking. And I would like to ask Vsevolod Demkin to come here. He's a lecturer in the Applied Computer Science stream, and he's working heavily in natural language processing. And let's have his view on the perspectives. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dima. Hello. So, as Dima told, I really work in this applied computer science / data science field. I'm the research lead of the company called Grammarly, a Ukrainian company, which is one of a few of product IT companies of Ukraine, successful product companies. And my main occupation is developing know-hows with my team and producing based on some research done by us or by other people in the field of natural language processing, which is part of data science. One thing I learned from my experience working in this company is that in Ukraine we are really handicapped on the global market in terms of capital and other things, and the only chance for a company from Ukraine to succeed in it is actually to build such know-hows, build new technologies that originate from original research. And so there are a couple of examples of such companies already. For example, Vudo was probably the most famous one. And so if we want to create some companies that are full scale and full circle, then our only chance is to develop our research capabilities. And moreover, not only us, like all the leaders of IT sector, like Google, Microsoft, Facebook, they invest very heavily, maybe tens and literally hundreds of millions of dollars into such kind of research in applied computer science, mostly in data science research. And the thing about this research is that it actually it doesn't require a lot of capital, apart from intellectual capital. So like most of this money is spent, invested in intellect and in people. And not only these companies, like a lot of like support for this kind of research. So it's a great opportunity for both individuals, like students who are now finishing their education, going into master's degrees, PhDs and so on, and for the universities like KPI to focus on these kinds of research. But the thing is in our university, I think we have an abundance of raw intellectual power, but like besides that, to succeed in this research, we need to build a really like high-quality scientific school, and it's maybe currently it's not in the best shape here, and so if we want to build it or rebuild it, recreate it here, such events as this summer school is really essential, and we need more such initiatives and other initiatives to encourage students go into scientific research and support them, encourage professors and researchers to participate in it. And basically that was the message that I wanted to tell you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Всеволод. You will see him in the classes very soon, actually. He's giving basics of NLP on the first week. Well, before I introduce next speaker, I would like to make a confession here in front of you. As I remember, I remember emails that I read a few weeks ago that some of you have been writing me something like, well, you know, this computational neuroscience, I'm not actually what I wanted. I thought that this is something related to neural networks or machine learning, but now I think it's not exactly what my thing. And I remember my replies, they were quite long. But in short, I was saying that this is fine to be confused between, like, with the neural networks and neuroscience, and I definitely think that you should give it a try, and I'm pretty sure it's 100% that this is the subject, the science that you can definitely, once introduced, get your lifetime research in there, and there are lots of people in this room that definitely can make you think like that, and they will show you the depth and all the preciousness of the neuroscience, and you will like it, you will love it definitely. And I would like to ask Alexei Molchanovsky as a programming committee member and Dr. Zhenya Zhitsev to come here on stage both and to introduce neuroscience. Thank you.
Thanks, Dima, and welcome all of you this morning and this exciting event. Actually, I'm a senior teacher here in Kyiv Polytechnic Institute, and my background is computer science, pure computer science. But a year ago, there was one exciting event that made a great contribution for my experience and change in my life. Actually, it was a plenary talk for previous summer school provided by our friend and guest lecturer, Dr. Sergei Yakovenko, and he told all of us a year ago about computational neuroscience, and it was completely like science fiction for me for that moment, and it was so excited, but nevertheless it was really things that people in labs and in some companies already implement here. I was so impressed by this lecture, and I thought for whole academic year after that, for my students, that computational neuroscience is such a wonderful branch of science. You should definitely go for this. You should go for master program, for PhD program, and you should bind your academic career in this field. So, but actually, here in Ukraine, we have not such many, actually a few places and or education initiatives that provide studies in this field, in computational neuroscience. So I'm very proud that our summer school still goes for 10 years, year and year after, for this field, for neuroscience, for computational neuroscience, and we are all excited in our organizing committee when we hear that some of our alumni from summer school, they continue to work on the problems of computational neuroscience, continue to collaborate with our lecturers, go for master, PhD program, or for postdoc, for instance. So we are really proud for that, and these things make us keeping forward to making even more exciting and more interesting projects here for computational neuroscience. So I wish all of us a great success this summer, and I hope we will get really interesting results in projects of our students. And I want to give a word for our really new fellow for this year, for this summer school, but I think that we will continue to collaborate for next years. So thank you so much, and I give my word to Dr. Jitsov.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, well, computational neuroscience will definitely change your life forever, that's for sure. But what the hell is it? That's kind of confusion you brought up is indeed there, because we are a young and very fresh discipline. We position ourselves somewhere in the pre-Galilean times, I would say, if you talk about physics. So, you know, like 300 years ago, nobody had idea how to ask proper questions about physical phenomena. So then Galileo came, he brought up a system how to pose the questions in the right way, and then all of a sudden a lot of people were able to solve problems that were not attackable before. So in neuroscience generally, and in computational neuroscience all foremost, we still don't have this proper way to pose questions in the right framework. We don't have a framework, we have to establish it. So computational neuroscience, I'm biased in that, of course, but I would say it's more than just neuroscience. So it's overarching neuroscience in the sense that it's not only about understanding the processes, the function and dynamics of the brain. It is about understanding brain as an information processing device. So abstracting the function of the brain to some level which can be captured in a different substrate, so in silico, not necessarily in biology. And that requires an enormous interdisciplinary effort. So people from very different disciplines, from very different views and perspectives have to come together to find a common language, probably a mathematical one, but who knows, and just learn to work with each other and to find this kind of framework where they would be able to ask the right questions about what the brain is doing. So it's indeed a strange mixture of computational neuroscience, neuroscience, neurophysiology, neuroanatomy, machine learning indeed, mathematical modeling, physics, computer science, and a bit of philosophy, of course, it's always there. Coming together, working together, understanding together, having fun together is the way to go, and your guys doing it here, so thanks a lot for allowing us to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. See you in the summer school. Before I introduce a new speaker, I would just say that as far as I know, we're all getting smarter. Statistically, on average, population of Earth is getting smarter by some number of IQ points per year. And so do our cities. become smarter. And we build new road maps, more compact, more optimal. We make sure heat doesn't go in winter, and we make sure that in the summer it stays fresh. And we make sure there are plans for evacuation for special circumstances. And that's why I would like to introduce Smart Cities stream. Its full name is Operational Research, Energy and Urbanistics. And thus I would like to welcome Lyudmila Pavlenka and Alexey Pasichny as a lecturer. Please welcome. Please give a round of applause. Don't get sleepy.
Hi everyone, I'm very happy to see you here in Kyiv, in Ukraine, and I'd like to introduce to you one of our streams, Smart Cities, Operational Research, Urban Energy and Urbanistics. Every year we try to change the focus of the stream and find the best way to help for our country and to the world, and this year we have chosen the best way, what we think. It's called Smart City, and we combine all knowledge from 10 years and all our partner and lecturers, and combine knowledge from operational research, analytics, urbanistics, energy, to do the best for our university, Kyiv and Ukraine. And I wish you good luck for these 2 weeks. Inspirational and a lot of fun. Thank you.
Actually, I'm not a lecturer, but like Lyudmila, me and Katerina, we were working on the program of the stream. So to be frank, it's much harder to introduce new streams than continue the old ones, because when you continue old ones, you already have a lot of left from the previous years. But this stream, it's not made from the scratch. It's built on the basis of, as Lyudmila said, operational research streams that we had for very long times, and possibly it will reappear when we have it in a new format next years. And also energy stream, and also 5 years ago we had sustainable development stream. So we had many different streams that now are reappearing as a junction of this operational research, energy and urbanistics. And what is new here, for sure, it's urbanistics. I think this stream is the softest stream so far here at our summer school, and I think that is really very important for us to go there, because all over the world it's quite clear that you cannot treat just technical systems without considering social focus there also. You cannot build smart cities without having smart citizens. And that's why here we will have a bit of wild mix, but with some very important focuses. One is energy. We believe that it's very important because maybe, as you know, by 2050, more than 75% of population on Earth would live in cities, and they would produce more than 90% of all energy, and as follows CO2 emissions. And also cities are the main source of our wealth. If we want our economy and our families prosper, we want our cities be more optimal, more efficient. And smart means ICT, information communication technologies, that come to help us to do it. But we do not stop only on making technology improvements. We want to bring in new economy models like sharing economies, collaborative symbiosis process. And we want also more participatory processes, when people accept the strategies, when people drive the changes in the cities. And we also want to have all this in connectivity and in kind of vision for what we want to talk about in this stream. We have very inspiring lectures. Some of them were already at summer school, some of them are very new, as representative of Siemens already announced, and we have some more to come. We'll have very different projects. Some of them will focus on energy aspects, some on transport. We'll also have another project on helping citizens to build their careers in a more efficient way using machine learning from applied computer science. In a part, this stream, it's a kind of what we want our summer school to become in future. So please excuse us if this first year would be not ideal. We believe it wouldn't, but still I think it should be kind of interesting, so we're all looking forward to what we'll have there. So that's it about the stream. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And so what you do when you have a great, ingenious idea about some hardware device? Obviously, you build a prototype, right? And that's what our newcomer stream is all about. And I would like to ask here Irina Smolina, is an inspirator, ideal leader of the stream. Please welcome Irina Smolina.
Thank you. So it's the very first time when on the summer school we have 3D printing stream. It's a very applied stream, so very handy stream, and is a very new and fresh technology. So it's a lot of challenges before us, behind us, but you know, no man is an island. So we kindly thanks to our partners, and we kindly thanks to Additive for helping us literally to find the best tutors and the best partners for providing this stream. And now I'm very happy to invite here our lecturer and co-founder of Additive, Dmitry Birykov.
Hello, this is David, and we want to tell you why 3D printing or additive manufacturing is important now. You know, the main idea of additive manufacturing is about growing objects. The real David from Michelangelo was born around 2 years. And this model was born about 24 hours in 5 cities around Ukraine. So why additive manufacturing is providing us new possibilities is because with it we can do the new ways. We can make objects more faster, more effectively, and we can grow new forms. So at our stream, we try to learn our students to think different, to think how to use future technologies in real life. So, and we are very proud to be lecturers of this course, and thanks for all of you to join us in this course. Thank you.
Thank you, Dmitry. I know that I've been doing this kind of presentations for quite a while, and one always inevitably have a favorite part in all those kind of presentations, and that's my favorite part. A very emotional moment. I would like to really wholeheartedly welcome, and I would like to thank all the organizers, volunteers that participated in this project. There are lots of them, and they spent a lot of time. They worked really hard, and that's the moment I would like to ask to stand up everyone who is involved into organization of the project, so we can see you, and we can see our heroes. Can you stand up, guys, the organizers of the summer school? So these are the heroes because of whom this all happened. This is all possible because of them. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And these guys that we have seen right here, they have prepared an amazing social program that I believe it will be. And they also asked me to tell you that there is a social media contest. So if you have a picture, obviously you will have lots of them, and you will have the hard time tagging yourself on our pictures as well on the Facebook and all other social media. So whatever you have your own picture, please put a hashtag AACIMP, as you remember from the full name of our school, and you will be participating in the social media contest and get some cool prizes at the end of the school. And yeah, I hope that you will enjoy social program that starts tonight. We will have a welcoming session tonight. I hope to see you again, all of you. That's the time you wake up by. And yeah, by the time, during the social program, we also thought that this is a good time to discover the capital of Ukraine, the beautiful Kyiv. And this is not only for foreigners, it's also about for people that live in Kyiv, that were born in Kyiv. Who else can introduce your city if not you, right? So I hope that you guys will have a lot of fun having on our social program, because great science doesn't come without this part as well, and it actually comes from the great atmosphere that we hope you will all have here on the summer school. And so that was the pretty much everything from the official part, and I would like to ask the stream coordinators, the guys that are responsible for everything that happens on your stream, to stand up one by one as I say their names and introduce yourself to your participants. So participants, welcome. These are your coordinators, participants. And I would like to start with Applied Computer Science, Maxim Hamrovsky. God damn, I always have problems with your name, sorry. Maxim, Applied Computer Science, raise your hands somewhere here. So this is Applied Computer Science. Don't be scared, raise your hands, we're not shooting you. So Maxim and Computer Science. Ilya Luzan and 3D printing. Where is 3D printing? Is it somewhere here? Rise up your hands. Yeah, Ilya, 3D. Welcome. Tatiana Klimenko. Computational neuroscience. The guys with the orange ribbons, I can see you right here. So I hope that Tatiana see you too. And Smart City Stream, Oksana Naumenko. Green ribbons, please wave your hands too, okay? Great, awesome, thank you guys. So now it's again a reminder that we have a social media context and you can participate in, but now it's a time to go outside of the building, have some fresh air, and then we make a common picture, we go back, and we have a plenary talk by Alexander Romanko. So I hope to see you in 5 minutes or so. And let's go outside now. Now.